The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. And welcome to the halfway point of the HTFL season. When we finish this game today between Miami and Tampa Bay, we will be at that point. But as we always do on the Monday night game on a Friday, we will go through and recap what's happened in the other games that we did not get to. On Monday, Pittsburgh beat Buffalo in overtime 16-13. So let's see what happened when 4-4 New England played 2-6 Philadelphia. And the winner was New England 27-17. MVP was Drew Bledsoe on a 42-degree day in Philly. Show you the team stats without commenting on them, which I always seem to like to do. I always wind up commenting on them. Okay. If you need to see them some more, press pause because I'm going to the player stats. It was Bledsoe going 18-28, 189, 2 touchdowns. Cunningham had a good game for New England, 14 for 102, led all rushers. Coates with 5 catches. Harold Jackson also with 5 catches. But it was Coates with 71 yards on his receptions. And your leading tackler was Douglas for Philadelphia with 8. So again, the Patriots beat the Eagles 27-17. So that moves New England now to 5-4, game behind Pittsburgh for the lead, with Washington and Baltimore possibly catching up to Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia now down to 2-7. New York and Carolina, who won there? We had New York last week. No, that's not what I wanted to do. And that's most definitely not what I wanted to do. Hang on, folks. The game has gone crazy on me. I'm just hitting the wrong buttons. That's what I'm doing wrong. New York to Charlotte to play Carolina, and it was New York winning 26-20. Did it go overtime? It did not. So New York has revitalized themselves. Carolina at one point had a 14-0 lead. Then a safety by Joe Klecko made the score 14-2, and it seemed to turn the game around. They scored 24 of the next 30 points toward the 26-20 win. Y.A. Tittle was the MVP through 3 touchdown passes. Here are your team stats. Take a swig of water because I'm having a little problem with one of my teeth. And if I slosh the water around it, it will improve my condition for a little bit. So I might have to take more breaks than I normally do. New York 514 yards, but it was 2 out of 3 in the red zone, but it wasn't bad for them because they won. Player stats. Tittle threw for 424 and had a rating 133.5. Newton ran it 8 times for 83 yards to lead everybody. Odell Beckham Jr., 7 catches for a $163. He had a exceptional day. And the leading tackler was Patton for the Giants and Coochley for Carolina. Each had 8. So New York moving to 5-4, along with New England, and Carolina falls to 2-7. They'll be tied for last place in the East with Philadelphia. Baltimore, Washington. This was a game I nearly did, but I went with Buffalo, Pittsburgh, because I thought I hadn't done Buffalo too many times. And I did it again. Hang on, folks. I actually know what I'm doing. It's just I just don't execute it. And here it was Washington 45 and Baltimore 24. MVP was Sonny Jurgensen. And again, here are the team stats. Jurgensen had another big quarterbacking day along with Y.A. Tittle. 24-34, 353. Bossler was the best runner, 7 carries, 51 yards. Best receiver was Clark, 10 for 142 to lead both the catch and yardage. Catches and yardage. Your best tackler was Boyd for Baltimore with 12. So Washington is now 6-3. They are now tied with Pittsburgh atop the East, and Baltimore not too far back at 5-4. Cleveland and Detroit. Cleveland coming in 6-2 in the North. Detroit 5-3. They're all chasing Chicago and Minnesota, who are now tied at 7-2. Do we have a three-way tie in the North? We have Cleveland winning 35-27. So the answer to the question is yes. MVP? Otto Graham. Here are your player stats. Whoops. Team stats. I know what I'm doing. Now your player stats. Graham 17-31, 335. Rating of 119. Barry Sanders outdueled Jim Brown. 11 carries for 79 yards. Speedy, Winslow for Cleveland, and Sims for Detroit all had 6 balls caught. And Speedy, 143 yards, led everybody. Leading tackler was Banks for Cleveland at 11. So 35-27, Cleveland wins. And they go to 7-2, and Detroit is now 5-4. They've dropped down the pack a little bit. They're tied with, well, actually, if Cincinnati loses, they will be tied with Detroit. Speaking of the devil, that's our next stop, St. Louis and Cincinnati. And Cincinnati did win 42-27. They go to 6-3 on the year. MVP, as he always seems to be, was Ken Anderson. Here are your team stats. Player stats. Anderson on target, 24 for 32, 343. 1 pick, 3 touchdowns. Corey Dillon was the leading rusher, 18 carries for 84 yards. Green, 8 catches, 117 to lead in both catches and yardage for everybody today. In this game, leading tackler was Fisher for the Maroons, not the Cardinals, because the Cardinals play in Arizona with 10. So 42-27, Cincinnati will now go to 6-3. Detroit will be a game back at 5-4. Some good chases going on for these divisional leads, and don't forget we got the next best 12 teams are wild cards. Boy, am I going to have a good time deciding who has won what with all the ties we'll probably have. Now, can Tennessee get their first win? They play Jacksonville. And they do. So everybody has now won one and lost one, at least, in the HTFL, a 38-30 win. I thought Tennessee was too good to go 0-18. MVP was Tannehill. Team stats. You see them there. Player stats. It was Tannehill going 21 of 33, 193 yards, one pick, but 3 touchdowns. Johnson, 16 carries and 85 yards, fueled the Titans. We had Jimmy Smith of Jacksonville, 9 catches for $148. He led everybody in both catches and yardage, and we've had a lot of that in this game, in this week. Bullock for the Titans got 9 tackles to lead everybody defensively. So your final again, 38-30, Tennessee gets off the schneid, wins their first game, but they're still 2 games behind Jacksonville for last place in the division of the South. On Tuesday, we did Atlanta beating Dallas 27-10. Wednesday, we did Chicago over Minnesota 28-13. A couple of cellar dwellers in the North Division, surprisingly, Indianapolis and Green Bay. Let's see who won that. Indianapolis, 31-28. Remember, they don't have Peyton Manning. He's off with Denver this year. MVP was Andrew Luck. Here are your team stats, which gives me a cue to get some water. Player stats. Luck went 28 for 45, 282, 4 touchdowns. James, 11 for 78, led all rushers. Houghton for Green Bay, 8 catches for $166 to lead the receivers. And your defensive leader was Adderley, Herb Adderley of Green Bay with 9. But it was the Colts winning 31-26. They moved to 3-6. Green Bay, the cellar dwellers of the North Division, they are now 2-7. A battle of teams on Interstate 10. New Orleans and Houston. Your winner was Houston. They rolled the Saints 45-21. And the MVP was Watson. Team stats. You see them there. Player stats. Watson went 21 of 29 and outdueled Drew Brees. Who saw that coming? 305 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Ricky Williams outgained Earl Campbell to lead everybody, 16 carries, 57 yards. Thomas, with 10 catches, led in terms of balls caught, but Andre Johnson with 135 yards on 8 catches led the yardage department. Your top defender was Dishman for Houston, and the Oilers, with 9 tackles, they win 45-21. And that puts Houston now a game behind whoever wins tonight between Tampa Bay and Miami. It'll be a half game behind if Tampa Bay and Miami should tie. Not likely. Kansas City, Denver. Denver trying to keep pace with San Francisco. But Kansas City, who's had some disappointments the first half of the year, they prevail 34-29. And it wasn't that close as Denver got 10 points in a row in the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter to make it a closer game than it was, 34-29, but they missed a 2-pointer that would have drawn them to within 3. Team stats. Sorry for the sloshing and the swallowing. But we'll get through all of this. Who was the MVP? Oh, it was Jamal Charles. Better quarterback was Manning. 24 of 44, 352. 3 touchdowns, no picks. Charles, 24 for 119, led all rushers. Rod Smith, 8 catches for $167 for Denver. Leading tackler was Mecklenburg for Denver. We've been calling his name out in the recaps. 10 tackles. So Denver will go to 7-2. No, I'm sorry. They go to 6-3 because they lost and Kansas City won to go to 5-4. 34-29. KC wins. They're now a game behind San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver. Well, they could be 2 behind San Francisco. That'll be our next game to play out. Seattle and Arizona. And Arizona wins 30-40. They moved to 3-6 on the year. Seattle having a disappointing season, going 2-7 so far. MVP of the game was Kurt Warner. You see there, Emmitt Smith with an 8-yard touchdown run to salt the game that was already salted. Team stats. Players stats. Warner 22 of 34, 275, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Emmitt Smith 21 carries and 105 yards. Leading receiver was Fitzgerald, 8 for $149. Leading tackler, and he led both catches and yardage. Wagner, Sherman, and Dave Brown all had 8 for Seattle in a losing effort. 30-14. Arizona to 3-6, and Seattle 2-7. Yesterday we did Vegas over San Diego 31-23, a game that wasn't that close. San Diego rallied back in the end. Now, could San Francisco move to 7-2 and be alone atop the West, beating Los Angeles? Oh, they just barely survived the Rams 17-16. And it was, look at this result. It was 17-10. Tank Younger scored from 3 yards out, but they missed the extra point. And there was no other scores. Team stats. Who was the MVP? Let me just go back and see. It was Steve Young. Here are your team stats for a few seconds. Player stats. Young, 19 of 35, 269, 2 touchdowns. Gore had a 106-yard day on 16 carries. We had 3 players with 6 catches, Wilson for San Francisco, Brown, and Christensen for LA. But Brown had the best yardage day with 133. I wasn't done with that. Come back here. I was almost done with it. Leading tackler Robertson for the Rams with 11. So San Francisco moves to 7-2. The Rams drop to 2-7. They're tied with Seattle for last place in the Western Division, West Division. No ERN on any of these. So when we come back, it's Miami and Tampa Bay. See you then. And off we go for our Monday night game on a Friday, Miami and Tampa Bay for the lead in the South Division. I'll be playing as the Bucs. 81 degrees, and as always, when we play on Monday nights, we make it 10 degrees cooler, 71. Good breeze, 10 to 20 miles an hour, no precipitation at Raymond James Stadium. Computer sets the roster, and off we go. Marino and Brady going at it. Coin flip goes Miami's way. They won the toss, will receive. So there's nothing for me to do. We put the Tampa Bay franchise in the old creamsicle jerseys. Miami playing in their whites. Hampton, Jin Jr., and Morris all back deep. And we're underway from Tampa. Jin Jr., a 14-yard return to the 24. Zonka and Nathan are your running backs. Zonka, 2 receiver, Nathan, a 9. Landry and Fryer are both 8s. Clay, the tight end, is 6. Marino, the quarterback from the University of Pittsburgh. Webb, Little, Langer. Sims and Evans, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8. And after this play, we'll give you the Tampa Bay defense. 1st and 10. The throw finds Fryer on the sidelines, a gain of 17. Barber on the tackle. For the Bucs, Selman, Bennett, McCoy, Logan, 10, 8, 9, 8. Those are the defender ratings, respectively, for each of those 4. Brooks, David, and Green, a 10, a 9, and an 8. Barber and Talib, 10 and an 8. Lynch and Barron are a 10 and a 7. 1st and 10, Miami at the 41. That was Tony Nathan. He picked up 5 yards. Green on the stop. And when Tampa Bay gets the ball, we'll go over their offense and Miami's defense. 2nd and 5 at the 46. Pass in the flat finds Tony Nathan. A gain of 3. Derek Brooks on the tackle. 3rd and a deuce at the 49. Throw finds Clay for 12. Lynch making the stop. 1st and 10 at the 39. Miami moving the ball quite nicely down the field so far. That's a gain of 3 for Larry Zonka. Keep Talib on the stop. 2nd and 7 at the 36. Screen, Nathan. Pickup of 10. Brooks again on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 26. Marino has started 4 for 4. He gives to Tony Nathan, who picks up 5 more. 2nd and 5 at the 21. 10:08 left, opening quarter. If you're just tuning to this point. Marino threw to Nathan, and that's his first incompletion of the day. Brooks was all over him. Nathan wanted the flag. The officials thought otherwise. 3rd and 5 at the 21. Marino will run. He doesn't do that much, but when he does, he seems to get the first down. Gain of 6. 9:11 left. 1st and 10 at the Bucs 15. That's a throw and a catch by Landry. And I'm not going to challenge the spot. I only have a 6% chance of overturning. 1st and goal now for Miami at the 5. Marino doing his part here. Tony Nathan, touchdown. And the Dolphins lead 6-0. 7:41. That was an 11-play, 76-yard drive. Tick 7:08. Point after, good. By Carpenter. It's 7-0 Miami, and now Tampa Bay will get it. Wilson, Blunt, and Humphreys back deep. That's going to be a touchback. Tampa Bay will be going into the win for quarters 1 and 4. Miami will be doing likewise for 2 and 3, so Tampa Bay will have the win advantage next quarter. Tom Brady, the GOAT, is your quarterback. Dunn and Allstott, a 5 and a 5 receiving rating. Those are your running backs. Keyshawn Johnson and Mark Carrier, not the Mark Carrier of the Chicago Bears, but a different Mark Carrier, a 9 and a 7. Giles is the tight end this week. He is a 5. Gruber, Marpet, who just retired for the Buccaneers in the past week. Mayberry, Middleton, and Penn. And your ratings for them, blocking-wise, are 8, 7, 7, 7, 7. 1st and 10. And we're going to look to Mark Carrier right away on the short pass, which we're going to turn into a medium fly on the audible because Miami is playing short and tight. Incomplete. Defensively for Miami, Taylor and Wake are a 10 and a 9 defenders. Baumhauer, and Manny Fernandez are both 8s. Those are your defensive tackles. In fact, let me just go to the base formation so I could show you the base defense. Well, I can't show it to you because it won't update. Thomas and Cox are both 9s. When Miami plays nickel, Madison, Surtain will be the quarters, 9 and an 8. Anderson and Scott, both 9s, and Davis is the nickelback, and he is an 8. Evans on a slant on 2nd and 10 as Brady is going to throw what he's sacked.
Holding offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty.
Marpet gets called for holding, and Miami will take the loss and force 3rd and 13. And they'll look for Keyshawn here on the medium cross route. That's an incompletion, so Brady has started 0 for 2, and Tampa Bay will punt. Here is Josh Bidwell punting to Ted Ginn Jr., or Ginn. A return of 7. The punt went 42. Andre Franklin is now entering the game. He is a 1, and we'll introduce you to him. He's out of Nebraska. 1st and 10, Dolphins at their own, 48 with 7:14 to go. There's the throw to Landry, but it was swatted away by Talib, incomplete. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 48. And it is Marino looking for the tight end, Clay. Bennett is going to be out a few plays. So I think that means Claiborne comes in at defensive end. If I remember the lineup correctly, you see him there out of Iowa. 3rd and 10 at the 48. So with good field position, Miami does not go 3 and out. It was a throw to Landry, tackled by Talib. Play goes 11. Marino now 6 of 9, 63 yards. 1st and 10 at the Bucs 41. This is Marino to Clay for 12. And Miami with that wind advantage, throwing well against a pretty good Buck defense. 1st and 10 at the 29. The give to Franklin, he loses a yard. Levante David on the tackle for Tampa. 2nd and 11 at the 30. We're down to 5:19 left to go in the quarter. And that is Fryer picking up 8. Barber on the tackle for the Bucs. They have been reeling defensively since the word go on this one. 3rd and 3 at the 22. 4:38 left to go in the opening quarter now. Zonka gets into the pass habit. He gains 9 on that reception. Marino has started red hot. He is 9 for 12. 1st and goal at the 13. Marino, incomplete. Talib jumped the route, knocked it down. 2nd and 10 at the 13. It's Marino. Through to Landry there, gets the 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3. Miami doing serious business here. Marino, 10 for 14, 102 yards. They give it to Andre Franklin, who scores the touchdown, and Miami off to a very good start with a 13-0 lead. Point after for Carpenter is good, 14-0, and Tampa Bay has work to do. Wilson, the deep returner, and with that wind of 10 to 20 mile per hour, it's kicked into the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay would like to establish the running game. Just to get back to the lineups, Beaucamper is the linebacker who comes in the base formation. So Kim Beaucamper. Double tight end set for Tampa. They're going to try to run the ball. After that 3 and out, I think they have learned a lesson, and it was Warwick Dunn gaining 9. The standout out of Florida State University, who would play for the Bucs, and then later the Atlanta Falcons. Play action bomb to Keyshawn on 2nd and 1. I like my bombs on 2nd and 1, and that's an incompletion. Brady is now 0 for 3. We'll go all snot up the gut, try to get the 1st down. He got it, but there's a penalty.
Holding offense, number 88, 10-yard penalty.
If Tampa Bay didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all. So that first down conversion goes for naught. We'll go to Evans. Medium crossing route with 1:14 left to go. He's got it. That is a first. Pickup of 12. Well, it was 3rd and 11, not 3rd and 13. So they converted. 3rd and 13 is what they had last time. $1:05 to go, and the end of this first quarter couldn't happen soon enough for the Bucs. Rick Dunn off tackle, right side. He weaves his way for 8 yards. Bo Camper on the stop. And that'll do it for the opening quarter. It was dominated by Miami for the most part. They lead 14-0. They had 21 plays for $128. 14 were passes. The Bucs only 6 plays, 26 yards. 4 of them were passes. And with 2nd and 2, and with the wind beneath the Buccaneers' wings, I guess you could say. I know, terrible song by. I like the Lou Rawls version, not the Bette Midler version. Carrier, play action bomb, but it was batted by. It was a check down to Allstott, was what it wound up being, and that's an incompletion. 3rd and a deuce. Let's go to Jimmy Giles, short hitch. Played on a 79 Bucs team, the Buck team that made it to the NFC Championship game, and I believe he played with the 81 and 82 teams that made the playoffs. He made the catch from Brady. That's a gain of 8. I'm going to pause for a moment. I think my microphone got a little green tea. 1st and 10 at the 47. 14:46 left until the half. We'll go back to the double tight end set. We'll go to Allstott. And you're in good hands with Allstott on that carry. 3 yards. Manny Fernandez making the tackle. 2nd and 7 at the 50. In that 82 season, the Bucs did beat the Dolphins on a Monday night in Tampa at the old Sombrero. I think they have played 3 primetime games against each other over the years. Keyshawn, medium fly, 2nd and 7. He's got it. Now Brady with the wind advantage. He's warming up a little bit. That was a gain of 13. Madison on the tackle for the Fish. Dunn off tackle, left side. A pickup of 3. Zach Thomas making a tackle for Miami. As I hear my cat wandering around. Gonna feed you in a little bit, buddy. 2nd and 7 at the 34. The things I do in the middle of one of these World of Sports Sims broadcasts. Slant to Evans. He caught it, but there was a marker. Hang on.
Offsides. Defense.
Offsides.
Number
We'll take the yardage.
5-yard penalty.
And Evans, well, going to have to refresh the stat box here. He's at 2 catches, 27 yards. Brady now 4 for 8, 48. 1st and 10 at the 19. I'm going to look to Jimmy Giles on a medium cross, try to get him a touchdown. Incomplete. It was a check down to Dunn, actually. Now Brady 4 for 9. We'll pitch right to Warwick Dunn on 2nd and 10. Try to chop the yardage down a little bit. And Dunn has a first down and more. Gain of 16 down to the 3. First and goal from there. We'll keep working Dunn. Sweep to the right side. And Dunn gets back to the line, and that is all. 5 carries, 36 yards on the day. Well, let's try Allstott, trap right. And Allstott has about the same luck, no gain. 3rd and 3. Look to O.J. Howard on the short cross. See if that'll work. Allstott with the check down, catches it and runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And it's 14-6. They'll try the point after. Here's Husted. And that's good, 14-7. So if you have the wind advantage in this game, good things happen. 9:18 left to go in the half. Hope you're all enjoying your Friday night or whatever day it is when you watch this. This will be a point of happiness for me that we have made it halfway through the season I thought I would never finish. Hampton, Gin Jr., and Morse. And I forgot to do the pick the games for week 10. We'll do that after the game. And that was return. I think that was by Hampton, but he didn't gain much. Nickerson brought him down at the 15. It was only a 16-yard return. So Miami feeling the pressure a little bit, but Marino has been good so far. First two series, he's 10 for 14, 102 yards. The give to Tony Nathan. He picks up 3, who has come back in the game in favor of Andre Franklin. Selman is now pulled a hamstring. He's jogging off. His return probable. Claiborne and Bennett are now the tight ends. Claiborne is a 6, and Bennett is an 8. So the Buccaneers taking a hit there on their, wouldn't say stalwart defense, considering what we have in the HTFL. That's to Nathan. He's short by a foot. He gains 7. David on the tackle, Levante David. 3rd and inches at the 25. And Nathan just made the first down. 1st and 10 at the 25. Pausing a little bit more and being a little more truncated with my play-by-play today. Nathan got the handoff from Marino. Dave Logan made the tackle. Had the honor of meeting Logan one time back in the early 90s. I think it was the game Largo, my alma mater, played against Fort Myers. Fort Myers had a very talented wide receiver named Jamie German. You see Logan there out of Pittsburgh. 2nd and 6 at the 29. German went on to play for the U, Miami of Florida, but they scalped Largo that night. It was like 49-7. It was like 91 or 92. 3rd and 6 at the 29. But a very nice man to have met. Passed away way too soon. The 3rd down pass was incomplete. Marino had to throw it away, so here come the Bucs. 4th and 6 at the 29. And that was Humphreys returning at 8 yards. The punt went 37 into the wind. So the net was 29. Back to Dunn, off tackle right side. 1st and 10 from the 42. A gain of 7. Scott on the tackle. Jake Scott for Miami. 2nd and 3 at the 49. And again, I think this calls for play action. Speculate a little bit. We'll go to Johnson, and he's got it. Pick up a 15. Madison on the stop for the Dolphins. 1st and 10 at the 36. Done. Off tackle right side again in that double tight end set. Been having luck on that part of the running grid. Wake made the tackle, Cameron Wake, and it's now going to be a 2nd and 5 for Tampa Bay. They trail 14-7, but perhaps not for long. Inside run, O.J. Simpson, just a random inside run. Yeah, Miami, despite the fact they have Jason Taylor's getting pounded on the inside. As a team, the Bucs are 10 for 55 rushing the ball. Dunn has 52 of those yards. 3rd and 1. We'll go Allstott up the gut on a dive. Got the first down, and it won't be challenged, which is good. So the Bucs have a first down. This will be the 6th play of the drive that has taken 3:09 off the clock. We're down to 3:24 left until half. Sweep left, Warwick Dunn. Oh, the Bucs call timeout. Brady now 6 for 11. Brady probably talking to John McKay saying, let me put it up, coach. Play action to Carrier. He's got it. He's inside the 10. Surtain on the tackle for Miami, and now the Bucs being business. 1st and goal at the Niner. And we'll sweep it right with Warwick Dunn. And Dunn back to, actually he lost a couple of yards. Cameron Wake got to him. 2nd and goal at the 11. Clock running. We'll go to the 2-minute warning. It's been a very two-sided first half. Tampa Bay trailing 14-7. Depending on which way the wind blows. Slant the Carrier on 2nd and goal from the 11. But Brady checked down to Giles and had to throw it away. Okay. Speaking to Giles, we'll go to him on the short pass. Short hitch. And that's incomplete. Brady had the audible, went to Evans. 4th and goal from the 11. Husted from 28 with the wind at his back. He's only a 71% chance he hits it, and he does. So it's Miami 14 and the Bucs 10 with 1:42 left until halftime. Hampton, Gin Jr., Morris, you know the cast by now. Hampton might have took it a yard deep in the end zone. He returned it to the 24, so rack up 25 yards for him. 1st and 10, 1:34 left, and Marino, master of the 2-minute drill. Couldn't find Nathan there. Selman goes back in, and now you have Fryer taking the snap, and Marino is flanked to the left of your screen. Oh, this is not going to end well. We're playing the run. And it was Landry behind center throwing to Fryer. So Landry was behind center. Well, they both wear number 80. And an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 at the 24. Miami not doing well on this series. They threw to Nathan an incomplete pass. 4th and 10 will set up for the return. Bucs with 2 timeouts left. Humphreys, a 6-yard return. The punt went 44. The net went 38. 1st and 10, a Buck 16 to go now. And Brady's going to let it fly. The fly to Mike Evans. When Brady played for the Bucs in 2020, 2021, he was obviously a favorite receiver. That pass incomplete. Brady now 7 for 15. Hitch to Evans. Evans has it. Pickup of 10 for the 1st down, and we'll call timeout. Start using the sidelines with 1:02 to go. How about a medium slant to Keyshawn, and we can go no huddle. Oh, a sack! Got blasted by Cox, and Miami takes over. Brian Cox with that. Miami now with a good opportunity to get some points before the half. 1st and 10 at the 42. It's Marino throwing to Landry. He fumbled. Nathan picked it up. It's a gain of 8 total. 2nd and 2 at the 34. 47 seconds to go. Screen. Overthrew Nathan. Incomplete. 3rd and 2. 36 seconds left. Ball to 34. Incomplete.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 80. 5-yard penalty.
We'll decline it. We'll force... Oh, they're going to go for it. 4th and 2. Well, if I knew that, I would have accepted the penalty. 32 ticks left. 2 timeouts for Miami. Nathan's going to have the 1st down. A pickup of 9. 19 seconds. Miami has to call time here, and they do. They have 1 timeout left. 1st and 10 at the 25 of Tampa. That throw batted at the line. Oh, it was dropped by Nathan. 2nd and 10 at the 25 with 16 seconds to go. Screen. Nathan didn't gain much. He lost 2, in fact. So with 3 seconds left, he did get out of bounds. They bring in Carpenter. He will try a field goal of 44 yards. Got it. So we go to the half with Miami leading 17-10. We'll take a 15-second timeout. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. And we are ready to start the second half of play. Miami leading 17-10. Tampa Bay gets the ball to start the second half. Miami 157 total yards, 36 plays. 25 have been passes. The Bucs 138, 28 plays. 16 of those have been passes. Wilson will receive the kickoff. And we're underway in the second half. Wilson with a nice return, 37 yards. Judson making the tackle for Miami. Tampa Bay for several decades did not have a kickoff return for a touchdown. That all changed one day when they played the Atlanta Falcons. I think that was the day up until Brady came to Tampa was the last time they made the playoffs in 2007. Off tackle right, if my memory serves. Dunn with a nice gain. He'll be short of the first. I'm not going to challenge the spot of the ball. It's second and inches. We'll get that easy. But first, let's go for the bomb. Johnson. Play action to Johnson. And he's got it. 35 yards. They had Johnson, Keyshawn double teamed. But they beat the double. First and 10. Now the Bucs in the red zone already at the 16-yard line. Let's go Giles. Medium cross. Incomplete. Brady is now 9 of 18. He's up to 128 yards now. Dunn, off tackle left side. Dropped the yardage down a little bit. 3 yards. Thomas making the stop for the Fish. 3rd and 7 at the 13. Let's go Evans. Short cross. And that is a gain of 9. Setting up first and goal at the 4. We'll go Dunn. Off tackle to the right. Coverage unknown, so we'll just stick with our play. And Dunn with a line surge, 2-yard gain. Dunn is now up to 65 yards on 12 carries. How about Allstott up the gut? Second and goal from the 2. And he's got his second touchdown of the day. Touchdown, Tampa.
The previous play.
Oh, they're going to look at it. Hang on.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the end zone.
Okay, so we have that. 3rd and goal. Ball just inches from the goal line. How about a Brady sneak? He's in. And this time it sticks. And the Buccaneers are a point away from tying the game. Husted played for the Bucs in the 90s. Oh, that nearly missed. But not to be. The Bucs have now tied the score at 17-all. 10:32 left in the 3rd. Hampton back deep. Remember, Miami gets that wind advantage at 10 to 20 miles an hour when we play the 4th quarter out. Marino, 1st and 10. Zonka with a nice gain there. He is just short of the first, picked up 10. It was only his second carry of the day for 13 yards total. 2nd and inches at the 30. The give to Tony Nathan did not make it. So now it's 3rd and inches. Zonka picking up 6. Logan on the stop for Tampa Bay. A 1st and 10 at the 36. Reno threw to Landry, but that was tipped by Talib, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. The throw, looking for Irving Fryer. Barber all over him like a wet blanket, but no call. 3rd and 10 at the 36. 8:01 to go. in quarter number 3. That was intended for the tight end, Clay, but Lynch tipped that one. 4th and 10 at the 36. Kicking into the wind was Larry Seipel. A fair catch by Humphreys. Went 37 yards, the punt did, no return. 17 all with 7:48 left to go. Off tackle right, Warwick Dunn. And Dunn with another huge gain into the secondary. Kim Bocamper came from behind, got him. And Dunn is now up to 77 yards. 1st and 10 at the 39. We'll go Allstott up the gut, just give Dunn a rest. Miami had 8 in the box. Gain of 2 for Allstott. Baumhauer made the tackle. And here's one of my favorite plays when I play the Bucs. It's going to be a Warwick Dunn screen, 2nd and 8. He was so good at screen catches when he played for Florida State and then later for the Bucs. He picked up 2 there. Middleton is out. Return questionable. Dinged his knee, so it's now Gruber, Marpet, Mayberry, Farrell, I think, is the new man, and Penn. 3rd and 6 at the 43. One of the things that the Bucs are going to have trouble with if they make the playoffs in the HTFL is their offensive line is not good. And are they going to be, at least in the game, it is not good in this HTFL, where you got the best players of all time. And how are they going to be able to protect Brady against better defenses? They play in the South Division, which kind of helps them a little bit. Medium fly to Evans. Good. Pick up a 13. Baumhauer slow getting up. He's one of the defensive tackles. Bowens is going to come in for him out of Mississippi. Or as we say, Old Miss. 1st and 10 at the Miami 44. Let's go back to Dunn. Trap right. Love those inside runs with Warwick. That's a pickup of 3. Manny Fernandez, the tackler. Not to be confused with the professional wrestler of the same name, who was a mainstay in the old championship wrestling from Florida circuit back around the turn of the decades, the 70s into the 80s. Later was a NWA World Tag Team Champion with Rick Rude. Pitch right, Warwick Dunn. I know too much about wrestling. The pitch to Dunn, not an inch. Speaking of pitches, HTBL baseball tomorrow will have the Major League Castaways at Minnesota. We should have that up by about late afternoon tomorrow, Saturday. We'll also do Big Pauly's Fight Night, and then Sunday we will do PWT, speaking of that, and OOTP. 3rd and 7, the ball at the 41. Let's go Jimmy Giles on a medium slam. Instead, it's thrown to Carrier, and a good choice, as that was a gain of 9 and a 1st down. 8th play of this drive. Off tackle right, Dunn, 1st and 10.
Holding
and that's
offense,
no gain.
Number 80, 10-yard penalty.
And they get O.J. Howard for holding. Of course, he's out of the University of Alabama. A 1st and 20. Let's go back to Dunn anyway. We'll pitch it right. See if he can turn the corner. Miami was playing back defensively, but they still get a yard loss. Wake on the tackle. Well, let's go three wide and throw to Johnson a medium pass. And that is a gain of 3 for Brady, of all things. 3rd and 18. Ball at the 40. We're going to have to go long, try to get the yardage. We'll look to Evans. See if the Bucs can get themselves bailed out here. That is incomplete, deflected by Surtain. 4th and 18 at the Miami 40. Husted, only a 38% chance that he hits, so we'll just do the old pooch punt with Bidwell. And it's a nice one. It rolls out of bounds at the 3. 1:55 left in the 3rd. 17 all. Which sounds like a fifth set at Wimbledon before they instituted the tiebreaker at 12 games all a couple of years ago. First and goal at the 3. Marino to Clay, 11 yards. Lynch on the stop for the Bucs. First and 10 at the 14. That's incomplete. Marino was looking for his teammate for a while, Irving Fryar, deflected by Barber. Second and 10 at the 14. Incomplete. Was looking for Landry there. Talib drilled him legally. Third and 10 at the 14. That's an incompletion. Middleton comes back in the game when the Bucs get the ball next. 50 seconds left in the third. So Miami had the punt into the wind. Humphreys, a fair catch after a punt of 47 yards. 41 seconds. All that separates the Bucs from changing ends. So we're going to try to take advantage of the wind advantage while we still have it. Slant, the Mark Carrier. First and 10 at the Bucs 39. Incomplete. Second and 10 at the 39 still. Screen to Dunn. That's incomplete. Brady is now 13 to 25. We'll look to Evans over the middle on the slant. Third and 10. Might as well go 3 and out. Incomplete. Carrier wanted the flag. He didn't get one. So 4th and 10 at the 39. We'll have Bidwell punt it deep. And this is a very good punt. It back Ginn Jr. all the way back to his 5. He returned at 9. The punt went 56, so a 47-yard net. 13 seconds left to go in the quarter. Brady, flag down.
Pass interference, defense. Number 55, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So Miami with maybe one more play, maybe 2, before this quarter expires. Then they get the win advantage. First and 10 at the 19. Zonka, a gain of 4. That will end our third quarter. We are tied at 17. Miami now at 47 plays. After a red-hot first quarter, they haven't done much with the wind at their faces, but now they will have the win advantage. 188 yards, 32 passes. The Bucs, 49 for 242. They have thrown 26 passes. So now, 2nd and 6 at the 23. Let's see what the change of direction does for the Dolphins' chances. McCoy has walked off. He's one of the defensive tackles. Landry dropped that pass for Marino. Booger McFarland entering the game, better known as Anthony. 3rd and 6 at the 23. He was doing Monday Night Football for a little bit for ESPN, and now he's a college analyst for them last time we checked. On 3rd down, Marino threw for Clay. It was an incompletion. So the Bucs will get it back, barring a turnover, and that was a very good punt by Seipel, 49 yards, a 9-yard return for Humphreys, so a 40-yard net. I think the Bucs are going to have to win this on the ground. We'll go back to Dunn, sweep to the left side, 1st and 10 from their own 37. Pickup of 3, Jason Taylor on the tackle. See him there out of Akron. Never know where a good ball player is going to come from. You think the elite group of 5 schools, the Power 5, SEC, Big 10, ACC, Big 12, and the Pac-12 would have an advantage, but not always the case in the NFL. NFL is where you can cultivate a little talent. 2nd and 7. We'll pitch it right to Dunn this time in the double tight end set. He gains nothing, and he'll have to like it. Manny Fernandez on the tackle. 3rd and 7. Cross to Carrier, and this might work because Miami, for some reason, is playing short and tight. Grady scrambles, picks up 15, a first down. Not bad for an old guy. Longest gain of the year. 1st and 10 at the Dolphin 45. We're going to run a trap right to Allstott. And Allstott in the clear, past the secondary. And he goes all the way down to the 2. Pick up a 43, and that's why you keep beating Allstott the ball. He will perform at a high level for you. So I check something out. Hang on a moment, folks. Might have a visitor. And I might have to pause for a moment. Nope, not seeing it. And if I'm seeing it incorrectly, I'll hear about it very shortly. Allstott, a 1st and goal at the 2. By the way, let's update the stats on Mike. 6 catches and 51 yards. Triple tight end set, which brings in Warren Sapp as a tight end. You know what? Let's just go to him. Play action to Sapp. Instead, it's a throw to Giles, and it's a touchdown. It is 23-17. Your point after for Husted is good, and the Bucs lead by 7. It's 24-17. 11:25 left to go in regulation. Hampton back deep for Miami. Taking about the goal line, he moves it up to the 32 for a 32-yard return. So Marino now has work to do. He got off to a hot start at the beginning of this game. He's now 14 of 34. See if he recovers. 1st and 10. It's Marino throwing incomplete, looking for Clay. 2nd and 10, ball to 32. Whoever wins this game will be in the lead in the South Division. Pickup of 4 by Nathan David on the stop. A 3rd and 6 now. Ball at the 36. And Marino throws to Nathan. He was wide open. A pickup of 15. Derek Brooks on the stop. 1st and 10 at the Bucs 49. Miami trying to answer the Tampa touchdown. Nice throw there to Fryer. He picked up 28. Barber on the stop. Now a 1st and 10 at the 21. We're down to 9:22. Marino scrambling. Tried to throw to Fryer. 2 men on him. He was double covered. So that's an incompletion. A 2nd and 10 at the 21. Nathan wide open. Picks up 11 on that run after the catch. 1st and goal at the Bucs 10 with 8:24 left. And that was Nathan, no pickup. Brooks on the tackle. 8th play of the drive. That's only took 3.5. Taken 3.5 minutes. 2nd and goal at the 10. That was to Clay and then completion. 3rd and goal. Ball at the 10 still. Marino throws an interception. That was returned by Talib. 4 yards deep in the end zone out to the 28. So a wise decision by Talib to return it. Otherwise, they would have had it at the 20. And now the Bucs could move in for the kill. 6:52 left. I think what they really want to do is they want to run some clock here. Here's Dunn up the middle. Faded a little. Penalty.
Holding.
Oh.
Offense. Number 72. 10-yard penalty.
They get Penn for holding, and that's going to make it 1st and 20. Not the situation the Bucs wanted to be in here. Trap right Allstott, 1st and 20. And he picks up 4. So Allstott is now at 6 carries. 51 yards. He had that big gain, set up the touchdown. A season high for Allstott. He's at 55. So I wasn't counting that last 4-yard gain into account. 2nd and 16. Let's screen it with Dunn with 6:32 left in regs. And Dunn with a head of steam. He's past the 50. Picks up 40 yards. He goes all the way down to the 38. Kind of like how Allstott sometimes has that big gain. You keep screening the ball with Dunn, and sometimes he'll rack up a big gain. So now the Buccaneers really in the driver's seat. They'll go inside. Dunn, up the middle. And he picks up 2. Dunn, 19 carries, 84 yards, 2 catches, 42 yards. 2nd and 8 at the 36. Now we're going to put a man in motion. We're going to go Evans on the short cross. It was Keyshawn in motion. The throw to Evans complete, a first down. Brady, 16 of 29, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ball now at the 27, 1st and 10. We want to chew up some clock here. We're going to go Dunn off tackle to the left. And then he picks up 5. Thomas on the stop. Or Miami. Back to Dunn. Off tackle left. And Dunn with another 8 yards. He's up to 97 on the day on 21 carries. We'll go to the 2-minute warning. But the Buccaneers, this is their game to lose. They're up 24-17 with 2 minutes to go. They have all their timeouts. So does the Dolphins, and they each have their challenge left, which may not come into play. Off tackle right, Dunn. Make Miami call their timeouts. And he's now over 100 on the day. On his 22nd carry, he's at 101. Miami calls time. 2nd and 6 at the 10. And we're actually gonna go to Allstott this time. Trap right. And Allstott with a pickup of 2. We're down to 1:43, and Miami is down to their last timeout. We'll go triple tight end, and we'll give the ball to Dunn on a dive. Didn't gain much. He lost a yard, in fact, but Miami not calling time. So we'll run the clock down to 56 seconds and bring in Husted to ice it. 67% chance he hits this from 26, and he's got it, and that might be an insurmountable lead for Miami. Tampa Bay 27, Miami 17, 51 ticks left to go. Hampton. Instead, they go to the upback Morris, a 25-yard return out to the 38, 42 seconds left. Pass and a catch by Chambers, who comes in as the 4th wide out. The defensive backs, the extra DBs in the game, are Abraham and Mark Cotney for the Bucs. 2nd and 4 at the 41. Reno to Fryer. He gets out of bounds. Pickup of 9. Pardon me a moment, folks. Reno on the day. 19 of 43, 197 yards. 1st and 10 at midfield. Reno going deep, but not finding Fryer. Barron with good coverage. 2nd and 10 at the 50. We're down to 12 seconds. That throw incomplete. 3rd and 10 at midfield. We're down to 4 seconds, so I'll just play a 3-1 deep zone prevent. And Marino heaves it. Incomplete. That's your game. Tampa Bay 27 and Miami 17. So Tampa Bay will be leading the South Division with a 6-3 mark. Didn't look like it was going to be that way for the Bucs. They trailed 14-0. Brady won the MVP honors. Here are your team stats. Both teams ran 63 plays. Player stats. Brady 60 to 29, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns. Leading rusher was Dunn, 23 for 100. Nathan had 6 catches for 46, and it was Keyshawn with 4 catches for 72, so he led in the yardage department. And your leading tackler was Surtain with 9. So we are halfway home in this HTFL season number 2. I thank you all for continuing to tune in. And here are going to be your Week 10 games. Monday, we're going to do New England and Washington. Tuesday, it will be Detroit and Cincinnati. And these are divisional matchups. Another big one Wednesday, Cleveland and Chicago. Kansas City, San Francisco will be our stop Thursday, and the Monday night game, well, it's not going to be a good one. It'll be San Diego and LA. So that'll do it for this week. Let me come on camera and say hello to you, which is what I was thinking when I went. Thank you for being with us. We are 45 regular season games down, 45 to go, and we'll do 15 postseason games as well. So we're getting there. About 3 months late, but we're getting to the nitty-gritty of this season. Big Pauly talking to you, wishing you all a very good weekend. Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now.